Welcome back. In this video, we'll define some important concepts and terms that we'll see them when dealing with online databases. Let's start with the web services. Apps need web servers to get data, upload data, authentication, store images, upload files, and much more use cases. Web services usually has a REST API for the communication. The REST API provides different URLs to get data. Then from the app, we need to make an HTTP request to an URL. HTTP request will also contain headers and other data for path and query parameters. After receiving our request, the API sends back a response object to the app. This response object contains a response code, info about success or failure of the request. This is the general idea about getting the data from online databases to our apps. In the following videos, we'll follow step by step in order to get the data and display it in our applications. Let's define the API. API stands for Application Programming Interface. This interface allows people to further build upon another application's functionality and data. One might understand them as building blocks you can use to make almost anything, as they can found in everything from Spotify, Yahoo Finance, Google, Facebook, Twitter, and other big websites. For example, imagine you are developing a weather app that provides users with current weather information for their location. To gather weather data, you don't want to build your own weather monitoring system or collect data manually. Instead, you can leverage external APIs provided by weather services like Open Weather Map or Weather Channel. APIs enable developers to access and use services, data, or features from other applications, services, or platforms within their own apps. Now let's move to learn about JSON. The received data will be in JSON format, and the app needs to parse those JSON formatted data to Java or Kotlin and display them to the user. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. JSON is lightweight format for storing and transporting data. JSON is often used when data is sent from a server to a web page. It's easy for humans to read and write, and it's easy for machines to parse and generate. JSON is often used in web development and data transmission because of its simplicity and compatibility with various programming languages. JSON data is represented as key value pairs and structured using objects and arrays, making it a popular choice for representing structured data. Later on, we'll deep dive into JSON formats and JSON syntax. And here comes our friend Retrofit. Retrofit is a popular library for making network requests in Android applications. It provides several benefits and features that make it a preferred choice for many Android developers. Retrofit simplifies the process of making HTTP requests by abstracting away many of the low-level details. You can define API endpoints as Java interfaces, which makes your code more organized and readable. Retrofit is type safe, meaning it generates code to ensure that the data you receive from the API matches the expected data structure. This helps catch errors at compile time rather than runtime, reducing the likelihood of crashes. Retrofit can automatically convert JSON responses from the server into Java or Kotlin object using a library like JSON. This eliminates the need to manually parse JSON data, and this is what we're going to use in our applications. Once the data is downloaded, then it is parsed into a plain old Java object, POJO, which must be defined for each resource in the response. Overall, Retrofit simplifies the process of working with APIs in Android, improves code readability, and enhances the reliability and maintainability of your network code. It has become a standard library for many Android developers due to its many advantages. We're going to build an amazing application that has many concepts. I want from you to focus with me in this app because there are many concepts, many new ideas, many algorithms, many patterns, and of course, we're going to follow the MVVM architecture. What we're going to make, we'll start fetching the data and building our API from TMDB, the movie database website. We're going to fetch it as JSON files. This JSON files will be converted using Retrofit, and this Retrofit will help us to create POJO, plain old Java objects resulted from the JSON response. And these objects will be transformed either to the room database and stored into the database, or to the app UI and display the list of movies to our user. I want from you to follow me step by step in all of these sections, from understanding the API, understanding JSON syntax, using Retrofit in our applications, creating POJO objects, fetching the data from POJO objects to the app UI, and storing them into room database later on. Let's jump into Android Studio and start learning deeply about these concepts.